think of me as a professor doesn't apply. Right now, as I stand in front of you, I stand in front of you essentially, and I'm very serious about this. I'm standing in front of you as a fakir. You understand what the word fakir means, right? I'm standing in front of you as a fakir from the city of Meerut. Okay? So that would be my introduction for this session here. What motivates me? Why do I come here? Why do I want to talk to you guys this evening? All right? The motivation that I have is it's something that my father did for me. All right? Long ago, when he was a professor back at Roorkee University, it used to be Roorkee University, now I believe it's IIT Roorkee. He was a professor. And when the time came for me to go to college, I went to IIT Delhi. Okay? And he actually very gladly paid for my education. So why was he paying back? Why was he paying for my education? Was he paying for my education because he was expecting some return? Remember, we talk about rational behavior. You invest because you're looking for a return. Okay? So was he sort of expecting some money back? The answer is absolutely no. All right? But he made it very clear. He made it very clear that I still got to return. It was an investment. All right? And he's got to, he was creating a debt. And I have to repay that debt. There's only one way to repay that debt. Only one way is to basically make sure that you're sort of making a payment, making a down payment for the future generation. There's no other way. Okay? So when I raise my children, and again, I'm paying for them. Not from the standpoint of expecting a return back, but this was a way for me to repay the debt that my dad created towards me. So we always look forward. Okay? We always look forward. So when you guys are here, to me, it's a wonderful opportunity to share my own thought processes and then try to influence the next generation. So this session here is my way of making a small payment towards the debt that I have towards my parents who raised me, towards the society that sort of facilitated my upbringing. All right? So what, in my mind, no better way than to try to sort of pass on some of that debt, all right? Make a payment towards the next generation, all right? And next generation is fundamentally important to us, fundamentally important, all right? I think, not that you guys are asking for it, but I think we take it upon ourselves, all the people here. So when you are at NIT, there's all these professors, the deans, the faculty, all of them actually are doing their very best to shape the next generation. You guys, each and every one of you represents our tomorrow. Okay? And we very strongly believe that tomorrow is going to be better than today. Has to be. There's no other way. You guys have no choice. You have to be better than us. But then in order for you to be better than us, we have to do our part. And this is what I'm trying to do today. All right? Now, a couple of sort of do's and don'ts, maybe a little bit of getting a sense of what this talk is going to be about. Very clear. Some of what I say can be thought-provoking. Okay? I'm not here to insult anybody's sensitivities. All right? I'm not. That's not my job. But if I do, then please let me apologize to you guys in advance. All right? Whatever the statements I make, none of them are meant to be offensive. But sometimes we do feel offended for whatever reasons. So I'm apologizing to you in advance. Number one. Number two, whatever it is I say in this session, actually these are my opinions. Based on my own upbringing, based on my own things, my own life experiences, what I'm about to share with you are my opinions. They are not facts. And therefore, they are not beyond sort of controversies. They're not beyond a certain argument that you may want to put forward opposing my point of views. And that's perfectly fine. But hopefully we do this in a healthy manner. All right? We do this in a healthy manner. All right. Next, I'm setting some ground rules for this conversation. Next, what I say, and trust me on this, guys, this is not a story about me. So what I say doesn't matter. It would make absolutely no, I mean, I'm here, whatever I say. I have my own experiences. I leave and I'm gone. So it doesn't matter who I am, and it doesn't matter what I say. The only thing that matters to you is you. Okay? So you have to sort of imagine, or you have to sort of have a sense of what do I make of what is being said here. Okay? So this session, 100%, is not about me. It's about you. At the end of it, either you say 45 minutes of my life wasted, I would never recover this time, it's gone forever. Or you would say, oh, there was something in it. Maybe some thought-provoking things, maybe he was kind of like poking me this way, poking me that way. Maybe get you guys to think beyond what, maybe a little bit beyond what you have been thinking thus far. Okay? So that's what this session is about. More, keep rolling. Now, I would say a few things in English. I mean, I'm speaking in English. But I would also like to have your permission to be able to say things in Hindi. Okay? Hindi is my mother tongue. And sometimes you can say things better in your mother tongue. All right? So do I have your permission to say things in Hindi? Not the entire talk, but bits and pieces of it. Okay? Very good. All right. Then let's keep moving here. I have been here for 10 days, and I have interacted with you guys, and all of you guys are absolutely wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Okay? So I have enjoyed my time, and hopefully one day, someday, I come back, all right, to sort of continue the conversation with maybe another set of young people. You would have moved on. You would have moved on. You would have moved, sort of away from maybe this institution, and you would have grown a little bit further in your lives, right? So maybe the next generation will be here. But the thing really is, it's absolutely a wonderful platform and a wonderful opportunity for me to stand here, all right? So you guys, along with the Silchar NIT administration, you guys have facilitated me to make that little payment towards the debt that the society and my family created when I was growing up. Okay? All right. I'm gonna try to keep this conversation to about 45 minutes. But if 45 minutes become 50, then I think you guys will be forgiving. And hopefully what I'm about to say is interesting enough that that you guys would say, yes, let's just spend another 5 minutes or so. What the heck? All right? Okay, let's see. This is, so what we're trying to do, I call it I dream. All right? So when you dream about things, there's two ways to sort of harness some of those dreams that we have. All right? So at the extreme, what you want to be, you want to become somebody who is like Edison. Okay? Thomas Alva Edison, incredible person. He had such a knack. He invented such a knack for science and engineering. He has over 1,000 inventions to his credit. Amazing. But then he went beyond. He went beyond just inventing. He founded a company. All right? And that company survives to date. It's an incredible thing. So not only would he invent, but he would also commercialize. And he had such a deep understanding of the markets. It's incredible. Does anybody know the company that was founded by Thomas Alva Edison? General Electric. Very good. General Electric. Right? That company still exists today. Most of the companies will bite dust over time. All right? Most of them. Very few survive. General Electric is one of them. All right? Amazing thing. On the other side, all right, so he was an innovator, marketeer, visionary, you name it. I mean, it's like all in one. All right? So that's on one extreme. The other extreme is whenever you have ideas, whenever it is you want to express yourself, you have to become a very, very good communicator. All right? So for this session, for example, the message message I'm telling you right now is it's not about me. The message is about you guys. Okay? But that has to come across like that. All right? I mean, otherwise it doesn't work. So to us, example of somebody who was extreme when it comes to scientific innovations was an extreme. But his genius did not lie in inventing laws of gravitation. Laws of gravitation existed. All right? When Newton came around, they all existed. His genius was to put those laws in a way that people like me would understand and use those laws. All right? So that's communication. I mean, how simpler can it be beyond saying every action has an equal and opposite reaction? My gosh, that explains amazing number of things. Amazing number of physical phenomena can be expressed by simply looking at these words. All right? And he was exploring nature. All right? He was exploring nature. So it's really phenomenal. The simplicity of words in which the natural behavior, the behavior of nature could be summarized or described. That's incredible. All right? So on one hand, you have an inventor, somebody who understands the markets, the societal thinking, the customer needs, and so on and so forth. On the other hand, you have somebody who brings about the simplicity of expression to deep scientific thinking. All right? You have to find somewhere at these two extremes, you have to find somewhere a balance for yourselves. Okay? It's not enough. Folks, it will never be enough. You say, I'm very good at solving a certain differential equation. It's not going to be enough. That's not an innovator, an engineer, a technologist of tomorrow. Okay? That's an engineer of yesterday. You can never look back to yesterday and try to beat the fellow from yesterday. You have to look forward. You have to look to tomorrow. That's where the opportunity is. That's where the challenges are. All right? Okay. Now, we're going to, like I said, the slides are for 2 hours. So I'm going to sort of roll back some of these slides rather quickly. All right. Simply put, now I have just started talking. But let me tell you some of the basic lessons. All right? That I'm sort of hoping to sort of impart to you guys. So number one, it's not about me. All right? It's always about you. If you were to say, what is the center of the universe? Folks, what's the center of the universe for you? You are the center of the universe for you. All right? So you have to start. Now, I'm not saying be selfish. That's not the intent. All right? But if you're not strong, you cannot help a weak person. Okay? So you have to sort of say, this life is not about Hari Garg, wherever he came from. All right? This life is not about whatever else. This life is about me. And I am the center. So you have to start loving yourself first before you can love the next person. All right? You have to start saying, I got something to offer to this world that no one else can offer. All right? Start loving yourself. Don't say, oh, my ideas, what do I know? All right? No such thing, guys. All right? No such thing. I will not allow you any excuses. No excuses. Oh, I'm just a student. Not accepted. I'm too young. Not accepted. Actually, being too young and therefore being too inexperienced is not a disadvantage. It's an advantage. All right? Whatever it is, and wherever you are, and whatever situation you're in, it's an advantage. You'd rather be in that situation than be 20 years older. Right? Let's face it. So wherever you are, guys, wherever you are, it's about you. Okay? You have to. So I don't need to read all of this. All right? I mean, the slides are there. You can read yourself. I'm not here to read the slides. All right? You need to know. You need to know who you are. So the first thing you got to understand is you got to stand in front of the mirror and you got to say, before I go out and meet somebody, make a friend, make a boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, you got to say to yourself, do I know this person in the mirror? You got to know your strengths. You got to know your weaknesses. You got to learn about yourself. All right? No choice, guys. I'm not even telling you have a choice. No choice. That's S&W is. S&W says you got to know yourself. This is S&W. Strength and weakness. All right? That's internal to you. So before you explore the world, you got to explore inwards. And then you explore outward. Then you got to know the world around you. That's ONT. What is ONT? Opportunities and threats. All right? That's the way it's going to play out. You got to understand, you got to have a very thorough, very rigorous, very comprehensive understanding of yourself and the world around you. All right? It's absolutely okay for you to be curious. It's okay to be curious. It's okay to ask questions. Why? Curiosity is a fundamental thing with human beings. We are curious all the time. Right? It's perfectly okay to be curious. So be human. All right? Be curious. Ask lots of questions. It's perfectly okay. All right? Our job is not to tell you that your questions are silly questions. Our job is to help you to get answers to the questions, all right, that you're asking. And then in the process, be on your side, all right? Be on your side. We are on your side to help you or assist you in becoming a better person. All right? Fair enough? All right, entrepreneurship. So you say, where do people go when they have some, I don't know, some questions about life? What do I do? Who I am? What should I be doing? Are there any guidelines out there? Okay? Especially, I don't know, many times when you're 18, 20 years of age, you're wondering, what the heck is going on? What is this world about? What should I be doing? All right, so where do you turn to? When you have all of these very fundamental questions about life and about what you ought to be pursuing in that life that you have, right? So as far as I'm concerned, when you and I'll define entrepreneurship for you, all right? So let me introduce entrepreneurship. You have to be defined. And you say, what exactly is this thing? And is it for me? Some answers, a lot of questions. So where do I go? Well, if you're looking for some, these are very deep fundamental questions. Where are you going to go? You're going to turn to philosophy. All right? That's one place. You say, what have philosophers said? What's going on with our mythology and so on? So that's one thing. The other thing would be you turn to personal experiences, right? Because it's these experiences that shape your views. These experiences are very fundamental, guys. Whatever it is, you're here on this campus, and I'll say something about campus life also. But very important, very, very important. So we are seeking some answers, right? That's what we are trying to do. A lot of questions here, but I'm telling you where to seek answers. Look at certain philosophical things. See what people that have gone before you are saying about their journey. Their journey is their journey. But it somehow sheds a light into their thinking about their life's journey. Okay? But at the end of the day, and folks, we are really hoping that you, some of you, all of you, will try this entrepreneurship thing. All right? And like I said, I'll define this for you in a second. But all of it is about you. All right? So if you say this fellow is talking nonsense, it doesn't matter. All right? What matters is what you make of it. Okay? So it's about you. You have to understand yourself before you do anything else. Okay? So let's turn to, I'm gonna sort of try to answer this issue of entrepreneurship, or what exactly this entrepreneurship is. Right? But first we'll take a certain philosophical view. We will take a societal view. All right? See how this thing plays out. So the first thing, entrepreneurship. Well, our Indian mythology. All right, I'm looking at a philosophical point of view now. Our Indian mythology says human life is pursuit of one of these four things. Okay, one of these four things. So this is my gosh, everything has been simplified. I mean, especially you guys, right? I mean, many of you are in engineering or business. You always deal with 4 quadrants, right? So this is like 4 quadrants. Very simple. So human life now has been partitioned into 4 quadrants. The first quadrant is dharma. Dharma basically is not dharma as religion. Folks, you're staying away from religion here. Dharma is a sense of justice. Dharma is a sense of right versus wrong. Dharma is a sense of responsibilities and obligations. Dharma is a sense of power. All right? So, top tier, the top tier, right, of whatever it is that you could pursue, the very top tier is dharma. Okay? The next one, and the next one is very critical for us. All right? The next one is artha. Artha is essentially pursuit of material things, material goods, right? Or you could, now these days, everything has been sort of equated to money. So you can fundamentally say it's pursuit of money. Okay? But it's essentially material goods. You want to possess them. There is some desire in us to seek material possessions. And mythology is saying that it's okay. All right? Mythology is saying, don't think that money is bad. It's okay to pursue money. All right? So, that in a way tells you that if you are driven by the desire to acquire material wealth, that desire is okay. All right? That desire is okay. Nothing wrong with it, nothing bad about it. The third dimension is the dimension of karma or pleasure. All right? So, those of us who watch Bollywood, those of us who watch a lot of television, whatever it is we do, we never, we have seen this, right? When I ask the question, you guys watch a cricket match. Why do you watch it? Do you watch it to learn cricket? The answer is no. You can never learn any darn thing about cricket by watching the game. So what do you watch it? It is entertainment. All right? It is entertainment. So that would fall in this dimension. There are some other things, all right, that fall in this dimension. I'll say what those are. And then we have the moksha. This is kind of like the soft life, doing some good to the society. You pray and you say, maybe after I'm gone, I will go to heaven, not to hell, and things like that. But this is right now more about life here. So it's not as much about afterlife, it's about life here. You have to engage in sort of returning some of it back to the society. Okay? Some of whatever it is that you have earned, some of what it is that you have learned, all of those things now need to be returned back to the society. Why? Because then the next generation will have a slightly higher level to start from. All right? Now, I think Newton said it in his own ways. He said, I stood on the shoulders of giants, and then I could see a little further and farther. Now, we are talking about exactly the same thing, and our philosophy says, yes, you have to return something back. Let's define entrepreneurship. Everybody got these 4 things, right? One more time. Dharma, artha, kama, and moksha. Okay? These 4 things. All right. Entrepreneurship is an act. So it's not like I imagine, right? I think about it. It's not a noun. It's an act of converting anything and everything that you have or that you think you have. You may not have it, but you think you have it. So anything and everything that you have or you think you have to whatever it is that you desire here. So we are saying there's only 4 things you could be pursuing, and your entrepreneurship thing would be wherever you are right now. You got to pursue one of these 4 and that act. And now you got to sort of bring in whatever it is you have or whatever it is you think you have. Everybody sees that here. All right. So we are, for the sake of this conversation here, we are focused on artha. Okay? We are focused on artha. Very clear. Now, let me say this. Where is artha and where is kama? There are 2 fundamental forces. And now I'm sharing some of my own philosophical thinking. And if you don't agree with it, that's perfectly fine. Don't worry. So as far as I'm concerned, there are 2 fundamental forces that drive humans. Okay? 2 fundamental forces. One is created by nature, and the other one is created by humans. So one that is created by humans is money. Okay? It's amazing what people would do for money. Okay? I can tell you, it's a true story. I had one of my PhD students in my office. And he says, you know, Prof, you always keep talking money, money, money. So what's going on? And I said, okay, fine, let's reason this out very quickly. Suppose, so he's in my office. So I said, suppose a third person comes and tells you to kill the professor for a dollar. For a dollar. Will you kill the professor? He said, no, Prof, what are you talking about? Of course not. It's okay, no problem. Now he says $10,000. You kill the professor. So no, Prof, what are you talking about? You know, cannot be, cannot be. It's okay, fine. Now the fellow says $1 million. Will you now kill the professor? He says, Prof, now I'm thinking about it. Okay, so that should tell you. So that's one basic force, very fundamental, all right, created by humans. The second fundamental force that I believe is created by nature is the attraction between man and woman. Okay, and that fundamental force. So the first fundamental force basically is a manifestation of earth. The second fundamental force, I believe, is the manifestation of calm. All right, but there's nothing else out there, guys, and we are perfectly okay. We are perfectly okay. Nothing wrong with it as human beings to sort of pursue either these or a combination of these. Nothing wrong with it. Okay, that's essentially what human life is about. It's incredible. Okay, it's incredible. We're going to define money another way. Let's see. So this is essentially what's going on. All right, you have your four quadrants. You have dharma, sense of justice, right or wrong, responsibilities, right? You have the artha, material possessions, money, 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 so on and so forth. Kama, which is sense of feel good, music, right? Games, entertainment, all kinds of things. And then you have the moksha. What's common between all four? What's common between all four is the people. So folks, the story is not a story of technology. Technology would become a facilitator. Technology will become a means to an end. But this is the story of influencing people. So it doesn't matter what you pursue, at the end of the day, you're looking to influence people. All right? So you got to start thinking people. So we use technology, we learn a lot of things. Whatever it is you do, at the end of the day, the story that you write about your life is a people's story. It's not a story of any equipment that you use. It's not a story of any mobile phone that you have. Nothing. It's a story of people. Right? And we say this all the time, don't we? Right? We see this all the time in movies. And we're coming to those. All right. Folks, everybody understood entrepreneurship? No issues. All right? I'm now, as I say entrepreneurship, I'm sort of taking it away purely from pursuit of money. Anything. You want to pursue justice. Right? You want to become a movie actor. Right? All of that now has become a part of entrepreneurship. Now, because I said movies, what's going on with movies? Has anybody here run away from home, become an actor or an actress in Bollywood or Hollywood or Tollywood? Doesn't matter which would you say. Do you guys run away? You guys know that people run away? How many of them are running away? Every day. 3,000 young boys and girls. I don't know what the breakdown is between boys and girls, but 3,000 boys and girls every single day arrive in Mumbai with a dream, become the next heartthrob of the country. 3,000 people a day. All right? And you see what exactly is going on. How many of them become successful? Probably not 3,000 of them, right? You don't have new 3,000 heroes and heroines every single day. So we'll see what happens. All right? But that's essentially, so this is all of this. Your entrepreneurship, therefore, is a story of trying to influence people. That's what this story is about. Okay? Now, money. Let's define this money. Money, where did it go? Where is money? Yes, money. All right. First, let's define on money. What's going on with money? Is it good or bad? Now, our mythology says it's not bad. It's not bad, right? So this is now going away from saying, money. I don't do things for money. Say, maan paisa. A little bit of Hindi here. Paisa aap ka mail hai. Kuch nahi. Whatever. So you tend to think that there is a higher pursuit out there. But frankly, my friends, there is nothing higher than pursuit of money. Only one thing. Only one thing is higher than pursuit of money. And that pursuit is pursuit of happiness. Now, happiness is something that resides inside of you. So I cannot lecture you on happiness. Cannot lecture you. All right? So pursuit of happiness is not listed in one of those 4 quadrants. That is your internal pursuit. You could be rich and very sad, right? Or you could be very poor and very happy. I don't know. Happiness is your own internal state of mind. So I would not be lecturing you on pursuit of happiness. By the way, this happiness, is this correct spelling? No, but it's within quotes. What is pursuit of happiness? Has anybody seen a Hollywood movie called Pursuit of Happiness? Very good. That's with a Y. Okay? But this story is not about happiness. Not about happiness. Okay? So as far as we are concerned, money would be an equalizer and a differentiator. But in a sense, money is society's recognition for your contribution to the well-being of the society. All right? And now please, I'm not engaging in a conversation about people taking bribes or doing some other illegal activities. We are staying well within, right, the domain of legal activities. In that domain of legal activities, the money is a positive thing. You get 10 rupees because somebody thinks you have done something that's worth at least 10 rupees. Otherwise, nobody will give you 10 rupees. Okay? That's just the way it plays out. No choice. All right. In summary, and we're gonna soon turn away from philosophy. I think it's too much of philosophy. So we're going to turn away from philosophy. Again, entrepreneurship has been defined. We're focusing on artha. What is opportunity? What is opportunity? So you say opportunity is anything that can be done is an opportunity, right? Anything that can be done is an opportunity. But within opportunity, you got to define, or you got to articulate, or you got to identify opportunity for you. There's an opportunity for opening a shop, but are you okay to open a shop? Right? Many times the answer may come back yes. Many other times, or most other times, the answer comes back it's a no. All right? So opportunity, you have to be very sharp in identifying opportunities for yourself. All right? Now, opportunity comes with risk. Now we are sort of saying it's a two-faced coin. Opportunity comes with a risk, right? No way would you have an opportunity without a risk. You open a shop thinking lots of customers will come, right? But somehow, let's just say, simple story, let's just say there is a fire. The store burns down, all right? So there is a risk in whatever it is that you do, but there is also a risk if you do nothing. Don't think that there's no risk if you do nothing. There's always a risk, always a risk. So opportunity and risk are two faces of the same coin. All right? Everybody okay on this? You may lose everything. All right? You may lose everything. So this is really mind-boggling. You can lose everything that you have. All right? Now, very good. What we do is now we need to go a little lighter, right? I mean, this is very heavy philosophy, artha, dharma, whatever. So go simple. What's going on now? My Bollywood is an incredible thing. You guys watch Bollywood movies? Incredible. Why do we love to watch Bollywood? Maybe we see a little bit of us in that Bollywood. So when Amitabh Bachchan fights all the goons, he's fighting for us, right? That kind of thing. All right. Or when somebody is dancing or whatever, we see a reflection of us in that dance and so on. But Bollywood leaves a lot of impression upon us. It's really amazing what Bollywood is. All right. So Bollywood, how do they view it? Well, Bollywood says dhanda. These are folks, these are now quotes from Bollywood. And I have a lot of quotes from Bollywood. So this one says, you have dhanda. Everybody understands the Hindi word dhanda. Dhanda is low risk, low return. So it's kind of like you open a shop. More or less it's low risk. But when you sell, say for example, you know what perchun ki dukaan is? Perchun. Perchun is dal, masale, chawal, atta, that's perchun. So when you sell that, your margin is only 5%, 10% at best. So therefore, the amount of money you make depends on how many sales you get. So that is dhanda. But typically, it's low risk. People will come, they need to buy atta, they need to buy dal, but the returns are also low. So that's dhanda. Okay? Second one says high risk, high returns. That's jua. Right? So jua. And you have lots of people who are very comfortable playing jua. Right? And the next one, and this is where we would hope there are opportunities for people like yourselves. And this one says you have low risk, but you have high returns. So if you identify the opportunity, right, that's the place where you have low risk and you have very high returns. That's Mauka. Okay, folks, opportunity. Risk is always there. Risk is always there. You can never escape risk. Never can escape risk. All right? But what's going on with this? This one says opportunity. Folks, here is a statement for you. Because many times we tend to say, you know, all the simple things have been done. Everything that could be done has been done. So I can't possibly be thinking of any new ideas, no innovations, nothing. All right? Not so. Opportunity is a fountain. All right? It's a fountain. It's an incredible fountain. It always was. It always is. It always will be. Ever flowing. All right? So don't think that all has been done by these guys. No such thing. All right. Now, just to quote you a dialogue from a movie to tell you how Bollywood views business. Have you guys seen this movie called Race? The hero is Shah Rukh Khan. Very good. So what does he say about business in Race? Does anybody remember? Let me know. I mean, I looked up the dialogue. I've seen the movie, so I picked up the dialogue from the movie. Let me say this. I can't say this in a Shah Rukh Khan way, right? I ain't no Shah Rukh Khan. But he says, मेरी अम्मी कहती थी, क्या कहती थी बताइए? कोई भी धंधा छोटा नहीं होता. Folks, here is a lesson for us. कोई भी धंधा छोटा नहीं होता. और धंधे से बड़ा कोई धर्म नहीं. All right? How much more powerful can it get? No dhanda is small, right? And no, this dhanda is a bada. There is nothing bigger than dhanda out there. Okay? So that's how dhanda is viewed in Bollywood. All right? Incredible stories, guys. Now, what we're going to do to get a very visual sense of what Bollywood says and what Bollywood does. Bollywood is a reflection of society at large. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to play a video. We're going to play a video. And at the end of the video, I'm not going to play the whole thing. But at the end of this, I will come back to you guys and ask you as to what you think. All right? So here is the video. Hopefully it comes with volume.
Click on the bell icon.
I have no idea what this is. This is some ad, right? Hopefully it goes away. Okay, watch this. Who is the hero? Ravina Tandon. Where is Ravina Tandon? Is this Ravina Tandon? Is this Ravina Tandon? Is this Ravina Tandon? Very good. Who is the hero? Come on. Is this Akshay Kumar? This one? This one? This one? Is Akshay Kumar? This one? That's Akshay Kumar, right? We all know this. Very good. What's it? For a minute. Got it? By the way, you can continue to watch the video, right? Later on. So it's not about watching the entire song. What do you guys think? What's happening? What do you guys think? What's the lesson in it for us? That Akshay Kumar can dance very well, and so can Ravina Tandon, right? Is that the lesson? Is that why I played it? Folks, what's the lesson? What's your takeaway? You have to take something away from all of this. Come on, guys, raise your hand. We get you a microphone. Can you pass the microphone, sir? Thank you, Dada.
There are only few people who are highlighted. Means in our society too. Some are highlighted, some are not.
Very good. Very good. Someone else? Go ahead.
There will be many companies of the same type, but only few will raise up and will be focused.
Okay.
Will be successful.
Very good. Very good. Others wants to chime in? Look, this is what I think. All those 3,000 boys and girls, they were all there. They were all there. Okay? Don't think that the person who was in this corner here came here to find a spot in that corner. Not so. That person came to become the lead, right? Whether it's the hero or the heroine. But what happens? Folks, what happens? They all come to Bollywood for a lead role. Few succeed. Few succeed. But then let's say the ones who succeed, for example, Akshay Kumar, for example, Ravina Tandon. What happens? You remember them. The success of the enterprise, the success of the movie will depend on Akshay Kumar and Ravina Tandon. If the enterprise fails, if the movie is a flop, they are out of a job. Probably the next time around, no producer wants to sign them. But how about the fellows who are dancing? Does the success of the movie depend on their dance? The answer is no. But will there be another dance and they will be again asked to be a supporting cast for the dance? The answer is yes. All right? But the glory of, remember, all of these people risked. All right? All of these people risked. But the glory would belong to a few. The glory belongs to a few. But even when the glory belongs to a few, everybody knows this. Everybody knows. But does that stop people from boarding the train from wherever they live and go to Mumbai or go to Chennai? I believe that's where Hollywood is, or go to Tollywood is Andhra Pradesh and so on, right? Does that stop people? The answer is no, absolutely not. Okay, that's the way it is, and folks, that's the way it will always be. 3,000 to 1. How about cricket? How many people play cricket? Thousands of thousands, right? Every gully, every mohalla, there is somebody playing cricket. How many people get to represent India in T20? Very few. 10,000 to 1, 20,000 to 1. But aren't people playing the game? Answer is absolutely yes. So folks, the moral of the story is that life is not N-O-T. It's not a spectator sport. You want to make a name for yourself, you got to sort of make a name for yourself. Okay? Do something. All right? Do something. Try. Never know. All right? Never know. All right. Now, there's something I want to, there's only one point I want to make here. And then I will move on. And that's, when you do this uncertain thing, I want to speak a little bit about the risk. The risk, when you do these kind of things, is huge. Okay? So let me describe a certain risk. When the road is built, this, I don't know if today is true or not, but in our time, when the road is built, you have a big stone that needs to be broken into tiny, tiny pieces. That will be laid for the road. So what happens? You have something called pather. You understand what a pather is? This is a fellow who's going to strike. They have a chisel and they have a hammer. And they're going to strike the stone. Put the chisel, strike the stone. All right? And in fact, they put They have some kind of small gloves on the fingers, right? And that thing is made of rubber tires. It's incredible what they do. So when you put the chisel and you hit it, does the stone break? Did that one, the first strike, did it have any effect on the stone? The answer is no. The answer is we don't know. The second hit, any effect on the stone? We don't know. So you got to keep striking. The fellow does not give up. There is a reason why the fellow does not give up. Okay? But then at the 100th strike, what happens? Suddenly the stone splits. Right? So was that primarily or exclusively because of the last strike that the stone fell apart? The answer is no. Even though the 99 times when the stone was hit, nothing happened. Nothing visible happened. Something was happening. Okay? Something was happening. And that's essentially what led to the breaking up of the stone at the 100th strike. It's amazing. Folks, that's how life is going to play out. That's how life is going to play out. So, are you, when your neighbor, when you go to your neighbor, I don't know, or maybe your moms and dads go to the neighbor, and the neighbor's kid gets a job in Google for 2 crores. Do you not read it in the paper? Oh, 2 crores, Google. And you have never met this person. But don't you think very highly of this person? My gosh, 2 crore ki naukri, here I am, I don't even know, 10,000, 15,000, 20,000 ki naukri milegi, right? 2 crores. So you think very highly of that person. But what is the fundamental reason why you think highly of that person? You never met the guy. Why do you think highly? Can somebody answer this? You yourself think highly, right? Don't you? So why? Money. No. Money is different. Why do you think highly of that person? Because that person is going to make 2 crores. That's not what the news was. The news was he has been hired by Google for 2 crores. Folks, you tend to think very highly of the person, not because of the person, because of the name Google. Because you think very highly of Google, you tend to think highly of this person because that person's name is now affiliated with Google. I have a startup company called UV Time. So if you come home and you tell your mom and dad, I got a job offer from UV Time, how about UV Time versus Google? Your mom will be happier with UV Time or Google? Google. Hey, UV Time, that means kind of like we don't know, will the company be there tomorrow? Will you get a paycheck? You must be last in the class because you got a job with UV Time. Probably nobody wanted to work for UV Time, and so on and so forth. Everybody see that here. So your reputation therefore comes. You never earned the darn thing. Google earned the reputation. And now because Google chooses you, you tend to think you have become good. Or the person who is now joining Google has become good. So it's not about the person, it's about Google. If you want to write a story, you have to write a story where you earn your reputation. You have to earn it. It cannot be because you get it because you're Google, or you're working for Google, or IBM, or for that matter, any other company. All right? So folks, this is not a story of working for Google. This is a story of working for who? Myself. Story about working for myself. Remember, you are the center of the universe. You have to remember that. You are the center. Okay, we're going to keep rolling here, guys. Otherwise, this talk will go on forever. And I get actually very worked up when I stand here. So don't worry about my story. Don't worry. This is not about my story. All right. There's 2 points here I want to make very clearly. One is, regardless of what you think, folks, college is the best place to be. Okay, so when you guys are here, this is the best place you can be. This is the best place to make friendships. Once you graduate, you will have a lot of colleagues, but you won't be able to make a single friendship. Okay, whatever it is you call friendship, whatever you understand of the word friendship, whatever this word friendship makes you do, whatever that is, that thing only happens up until you get out of this college, all right, or this institute. Once you're out, no more friendships. So college is the best place to form relationships, friendships, partnerships. The person sitting next to you is not your competitor. Your competition is out there. All right? Remember, this is not about I compete with this person for a certain grade. If the professor is only going to give one A grade, there is two of us, there is competition. That's not where the competition is. The competition is in the marketplace. And where would you find people to sort of align with you, to face the competition in the marketplace? The best place to do it, the best place to experiment is right here on this campus. Okay? So that's where you have to explore. That's where the discovery takes place. College is an amazing thing. It's not a surprise that a company such as Facebook comes from. Which college is that? Harvard. A company such as Microsoft comes from Harvard. A company such as Google comes from. Come on, guys. There is one Harvard on the east side. There is what on the west side? Stanford. All right. Not a surprise, because these people who did these companies, not only were they pursuing technology at the highest end, at the very highest level of technology, they were pursuing technology, but then they were also pursuing human relationships. They were friends before they were business partners. All right? So these are really incredible places, very fertile ground. A place like NIT, it's a hugely fertile ground for you to experiment, for you to innovate, for you to come up with new ideas, for you to experiment, all kinds of things. And even otherwise, NIT Silchar is a very fertile ground, right? See all the greenery on the outside. It's incredible. Folks, this environment, once you get out of college, once you graduate, you're going to lose it forever. It's not going to happen. Let me tell you this. Okay? So this is the best place to be. And in this place, you're not looking for a person who is like you. You're not looking for a person like you. You're looking for a certain strength. And the strength comes in unity, in being one. The strength comes in numbers. When you have 50 of you, 100 of you, all right? And the strength comes from diversity. There is diversity on this campus. There's lots of things happening. So make the most of this opportunity, guys. This college life is never coming back to you. You're here for 2, 3, 4 years, whatever number of years. Make the most of it. All right? This opportunity is like what they say about a lot of business, a lot of sales offers, right? It's only once in a lifetime sales offer. But then they offer it again to you tomorrow. But this one, college, NIT, is truly an offer of a lifetime. Don't let it go. All right? Best place. Whatever it is you dream of. Whatever it is you dream of. This is the best place for you to try to realize those dreams. Will never come back again, guys. Never, ever come back. All right? It's truly remarkable. What's going to happen beyond this? All right. Let me keep rolling here. Okay? And otherwise, like I said, I will never end. So, folks, understand this well. Entrepreneurship is never going to be about technology. It's not about technology. It's about value. It's not about the knowledge you have. It's about the passion that you have. All right? It's not about the marks that you get. It's about the markets that you got to address. All right? So you have to have a certain sense of knowing as to where you want to go. And all of this story is a people's story. There's nothing else out there. There's nothing else out there. Okay? Now let's keep rolling on this. And I think I'm very, very quickly, I'm coming to certain motivations. All right. These are the motivational words. Folks, I need to end this, otherwise you guys will be cursing me from now until the end of time. Okay, so some Bollywood dialogues. All right? Please identify the movie it comes from. Kapoor Saab kya kahenge? Which movie is this? Three Idiots. Very good. 3 Idiots. You see, the fellow comes home, he says, I don't want to be an engineer, I want to be a photographer. And the dad is completely shocked. And his shock is expressed as, not that I would think any less of you, but Kapoor Saab kya kahenge? When Kapoor Saab finds out that you don't want to be A, but B, Kapoor Saab kya sochenge? So why, and he says that, he said, I never met Kapoor Saab. So why should I care for Kapoor Saab? But Kapoor Saab is the societal thinking, right? It's the societal thinking of what you are and what you're doing. So you got to be your own person. Please Never mind what Kapoor Sahib is saying. Okay? Next. Sab likha hai. Which movie is this? Come on, guys. Movies, masti, magic. Sab likha hai. This is Guru. Right? Where is, as the movie starts, do you remember Guru? Come on, how can you forget Aishwarya Rai, right? I mean, she was so wonderfully beautiful. Right? So Guru. So this is Abhishek Bachchan. Where is he living? Which country? In the beginning. He's living in, can you say out loud? He's living in Turkey. Alright, and his manager at a very young age, he gets promoted. So his boss comes and he says, you know, I promote you. Right? And everybody is shocked. How come such a young man gets promoted? And then he resigns. Right? You remember that or not? He resigns. And people around him are completely shocked. So how come you're resigning? You just got a promotion. So what does he say? He says, if my manager thinks I'm good, why can't I think that I'm good? And therefore I resign. I don't want to work for him. I want to work for myself. This is the story of Dhirubhai Ambani. Alright? And then they keep protesting. Arey, ye kharab ho jayega, wo kharab ho jayega. That's the dialogue. He says, sab likha hai. Everything is written. And if everything is written, why worry about it? Agar nahi likha hai, then why worry about it? Or likha hai, then why worry about it? So the moral of the story is, why worry about it? Okay? The next one. This is a very famous Gita Dutt song. This says, Tadbir se bigdi hui, takdeer bana le. Now, of course, I know Gita Dutt, but apne pe bharosa hai, to ek daav laga le. Everybody understands daav. Daav is a bet. Right? So you never mind placing a bet on anything. Why don't we believe in ourselves and place a bet on ourselves? Okay? So this is the story of sort of valuing yourself before you value the world around you. And then, of course, the all-time classic from Gabbar Singh is Jo Dar Gaya. Most people will live all their lives in fear of what will happen. If I quit my job today, will I get my roti tomorrow or not? If something happens, this happens, that happens. Jo Dar Gaya, literally, I'm telling you, Umar gaya. And you will die 1,000 times because you will always be afraid of one thing or the other. Alright? So even though it comes from the villain of the movie, I truly believe Jo Dar Gaya, Samjho Mar Gaya. Alright? Folks, let me summarize this. Literally summarize this. In general, a lot of these slides, don't worry about it. In general, what is it that you can do, cannot do? Okay, what is it that you can do, cannot do? The rules for doing can do or cannot do are very simple. Don't do anything that nature does not allow you to do. For example, nature says, if I drop a ball, it goes down. Don't build a product based on, if you drop the ball, it's going to go up. It's not going to happen. All right? The second one is, don't do something that violates the laws of humans. Example is very simple. For example, Silchar. You say nobody's selling drugs in Silchar. So is that an opportunity for you to start selling drugs? No, 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 no. Got to be very careful. All right, got to be very clear. So therefore, you got to honor the laws of nature and you got to honor the laws of humans. Everything else is fair play. Okay? Everything else is fair play. All right. So with all of this, let me summarize the takeaways from this talk. So these are the takeaways. We have come very close to the end of this. All right? These are the takeaways. The first one, technology is a means to the end. Technology is not the end. What is the end? The earth. Right? Remember, you're being an entrepreneur for earth. Or you could be being an entrepreneur for something else in those 4 quadrants. But technology is certainly a means to an end. Societal well-being is the end. Your own well-being is the end. Next is the economy. Everybody understands, right? It's the economy. Right? 2 rupees is better than 1. And 3 rupees is better than 2. So it's about the economy. Most of us will be doing whatever it is we do, largely driven by economic considerations. So it's the economy. Next, No answer is 100% right or wrong. Folks, stay away. Only in the world of mathematics, 2 plus 2 adds up to 4. Whether you talk about Silchar or you talk about San Francisco, 2 plus 2 remains 4. But only in mathematics. Beyond, when you come to the real world, nothing is 100% right or 100% wrong. Nothing is completely dark or completely white. There are shades of gray in between all the time. So you have to be able to, you have to develop your skills, be able to manage situations where there are shades of gray. That's humans. Okay? Keep rolling. Talk. Please don't accept somebody say, hey, shut up. Hey, why should you shut up? Right? You have freedom of speech, right? That's one of the fundamental things. Your fundamental right. So nobody should be able to shut you up. Nobody. So talk. Right? We want to hear from you guys. You are our best bet. We have taken a bet on you. Right? That's why you guys were brought into NIT. We took a bet on you. Right? We believe we have placed a great bet on you guys. Therefore, you have to sort of rise to the challenge. You have no choice. So you've got to be able to talk. You have no choice. And we are here to hear you. We are here to say what exactly is going on with you guys. We need to understand you guys. Okay. Be multidisciplinary. All right. Don't think that one discipline will serve the society. Multidisciplinary, be accepting. Right? A diversity of views. Don't say my view is the only one. Okay? Open to ideas, open to challenges, open to new things. Communication is critical. Absolutely fundamentally critical as to what you say, how you say, and why you say it. Fundamentally critical. It used, right? Remember, I give an example, right? When somebody says gay, when we were growing up, gay was, you were happy. Is today gay is happy? Folks, probably not, right? You guys know what it means today, right? Nobody knows. You have no idea. Okay. All right, teamwork. Guys, teamwork rules. You have to, when you engage in these kind of enterprise activities, you have to bring the people along. No choice. What used to be soft skills are now, in the new world, they are hard skills. No choice. All right? Next. Plan, practice, practice, practice. All right? Please don't take things to a chance. Don't say, remember 2 slides ago I said sab likha hai, but somebody's writing it. So why don't you write the script of your life story? So plan, practice, practice, practice. Success will happen. No doubt about it. Success will happen. Okay. You're never too young, right? I mean, you want to make lots of money. Are you young today? Too young? Are you okay to say, I have $1 billion? The answer is, you're okay, right? You're okay. Okay, very good. So you're never too young. Never too young to be a billionaire. Everybody sees that here. But what do I tell myself? Is this what I'm telling myself? You're never too young? No. The message for me is, you're never too old either. Okay, so it's not about age. It's not about experience. It's about a certain passion. Okay? And finally, folks, the best. Like I said, we have taken a bet on you. The best is yet to be. The best is you guys. Okay? That's my motivation for delivering this talk. The best is not me. The best is not my previous generation. I was the best for the previous generation. You are the best for the next generation. Our future does not depend on us. Our future depends on what you guys do, how you guys will behave when you come into the marketplace. All right? So you have no choice. You have no choice but to rise to the challenge. Okay? Howsoever we have gotten to this point, you can keep blaming the previous generation for all kinds of bad things they have done. But at the end of the day, it's your opportunity, it's your time. The story now has come full circle, and you are the one who is at the center of that circle. Okay? So the best, truly, is yet to be, because you represent our best. Clear, everybody, right? So let me summarize the takeaways one more time. Technology is a means to an end. It's about the economy. no answer. Talk. Be multidisciplinary. Communication. Teamwork. Plan, plan, plan. You're not too young or too old, right? And the best. You have no choice but deliver us the very best as we move forward. Okay? So I wanna close this thing. I've already said this, but let me. I want to address. I have some very wonderful ladies here, so I want to address the ladies here with this comment. You know, we always hear. I heard this from my mother. I don't know if you guys have heard this from your mother or your father. They say. So you say, you know, my mother will say, maybe you want to spend 10 rupees. You know, baap ka hi paisa hai, kharch karo. Have you heard that expression? Baap ka paisa hai. You have heard this. I heard this when I was growing up. Baap ka paisa hai, kharch karo. Right? So it's basically, my mother is telling me that money is okay for me to spend. It's baap ka paisa hai, that means you have like a natural right to spend that money. Right? Because baap ka paisa hai. So I'm hoping that now I'm specifically addressing the wonderful ladies here. I hope that you guys will do something, right? And I'm being very honest and I'm being very sincere. I hope you guys will do something that tomorrow your kids could say, and trust me, you will have kids one day. Your kids could say, "Ye maa ka paisa." All right? You understand what I'm saying and where I'm coming from. All right? Now, that has actually brought me to the end of what I wanted to say. I'll throw the floor open for conversation. But folks, we have been together for 10 years. 10 days feels like 10 years, right? We have been together for 10 days, and it's been absolutely wonderful 10 days. We are bringing curtain down on this 10-day of activity. So let me say this to you guys. In my second sort of career, I write poetry. I think I sort of indirectly alluded to that yesterday as well. Dr. Hazra has already been a victim of my poetry. Okay, but if I wanted to say something, and I think it's a very emotional moment for me. I want to sort of quote 4 lines that I wrote. Okay, so as we bring this session to a close, आखिरी वक्त है. आखिरी वक्त meaning, you know, now this is the end of our 10 years of 10 days of affiliation, right? So आखिरी वक्त है, जाम है आखिरी. This is the last time we had a cup of tea. We are celebrating and so on and so forth, right? So आखिरी वक्त है, जाम है आखिरी. तेरी मेरी मुलाकात का मकाम है आखिरी. So this is the last time, right? We are meeting. We'll meet again. This is not to say we'll never meet, never show a face. That's not the intent. But this activity is coming to a close. So आखिरी वक्त है. You can see I'm stretching. आखिरी वक्त है, जाम है आखिरी. तेरी मेरी मुलाकात का मकाम है आखिरी. महफिल और भी होगी. There are a lot of महफिल, but महफिल में कल न होंगे हम. Someone else will come, and there will be a महफिल of friends and colleagues, and there is merrymaking and so on. महफिल में कल न होंगे हम. वादे वफा के न करेंगे सनम. We'll not be here to share our thinking and feelings. वादे वफा के न करेंगे सनम. And this is now the message for each and every one of you. तुझी से मोहब्बत करते हैं हम. All right? You guys represent our very finest. And you have to rise. You have no choice. तो तुझी से मोहब्बत करते हैं हम. यही है हमारा पैगाम आखिरी. Okay? Thank you very much. Right? We have enjoyed. Okay.